What did you call your company?
AKA Tokyo.
But first of all, Akiko, I want to thank you for being here early this morning.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure talking with you. We got a chance to talk before too, and that was good. I like to ask, I always ask this, where were you born?
Yeah, where Meijiro.
Meiji.
Oh, my.
All your life? All your adolescent life till what age?
Oh, until late 30.
Okay. Oh, so you stayed there the whole time. Do you still have a home there? Or did you sell that home?
My parents' house.
They still have it there?
Yes, to Chiyodak.
So you moved. You don't live there. So who lives there now? Your mother and your...
Yeah, my mother.
You have an older brother and a younger brother. Right. And you said you were raised kind of like a boy.
Yes, 3 boys, 3 brothers.
That's how you felt, 3 brothers, right?
Yes, same like clothes.
Really? Do you feel very Nakayoshi? Are you close with your brothers?
Very. Yeah.
How many years between you and the oldest?
3 years.
3 years. And the youngest?
3 years.
And they're married with kids, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Only my younger brother has kids.
Only youngest, but the oldest doesn't have kids.
No.
Okay. So tell me, when you were in elementary school, were you more sports or were you more academic?
More sports, only sports.
What kind of sports did you like?
Swimming, I always like swimming, and also started playing tennis.
Oh, did you?
Since 10 years old.
Were you always one of the tallest in your class?
Yes, always biggest.
And you were tough too because you have an older and younger brother. In America, we say girls like that are tomboys. Were you kind of like that?
Especially when I was little.
When you started liking subjects, what subjects did you like? When you started studying, what did you like?
Ooh, nothing particular. Only the gym. I mean, taiku we call like gymnastic.
What kind of work did your father do?
My father established his own company, and which was the medical supply. And he was the first person. He at that time when I was little, he used to import all the bandage, and he imported from the U.S. and then asked for the cartoon Astro Boy, and those, that's the artist he went for. So he was the first one. He did it and then sell, and it was quite popular when I was little.
You didn't tell me that before. So he did Astro Boy on Band-Aid. Band-Aid had never done that before.
No, and then it was always imported. Yeah, and then printed here.
So did he end up exporting? Did he send them back to America? Only in Japan. So he had all the rights for Astro Boy.
Astro Boy and that series. I don't know other like Leo.
Leo, yes.
And then also the...
What about QQQ? The robot, no?
Not robot, but the Lady Night.
Did you like that cartoon?
Yeah, at the time, yes.
You did? Your father, you said your father's passed.
Yes.
So going through high school, you got through high school, you went to college, didn't you?
Yes, university.
What did you study in university?
Law.
So you say, wait, why did you get into law? In high school, what made you decide you wanted to go into university and study law?
I wanted to study law, and then that was the most difficult to get in. So then I challenged, and then yes, I was lucky. And then my elder brother went to the same like a law.
Oh, so you followed him?
Yes, always.
So he helped you a little bit, gave you advice and told you
Yes,
maybe.
maybe. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So you did 4 years in University of Law?
Yes.
How many women were you in your class?
Half.
Half? At that time?
At that time. Yes.
So when you finished with your degree, what did you do? And this is at what university?
Gakushuin.
Gakushuin. Yeah.
So after graduation, I went for I was interested in fashion, so I wanted to just to try something in fashion, but really not domestic, something international, because I studied 1 year as an exchange student in Australia when I was high school. So I wanted to go for something international.
But make it make sense. You had a law degree. Why'd you go to fashion?
Because Japanese education, studying law doesn't mean a specialist. So general.
So you're general.
General, yeah, study in a way, yeah.
What type of fashion did you like?
Always European.
But what, male, female?
Both.
Both.
Designers.
Clothing, bags, what?
Clothing.
Clothing,
Yeah,
mostly clothing.
Ready to wear.
So when you went to Australia for that 1 year, is that when you decided you wanted to do fashion, or was it?
No, it was during the high school.
In high school?
As an exchange student, Rotary exchange student.
That's when you went to Australia?
Yes.
Okay.
Sydney.
Is that when you decided you wanted to do fashion?
No, I just wanted to pick up something I'm interested in.
But before you went to Australia, did you already feel like you liked fashion, or was it?
I always like fashion. But
did you draw?
No, not that part.
Not that part. So what did you like fashion? What about fashion did you like? Wearing it, seeing it?
Yes, all. And then I wanted to I'm interested in importing. So I wanted to look something interesting or something new for Japanese to look overseas. So I always traveling. I still like traveling a lot, and I always travel and then look for something new, especially in fashion.
So you finish college, you get your degree, you go into fashion. What was the first thing you did?
I was on the office work in a Swiss company, and then I didn't really like the job at all. So I quit 1 year. Then
now, this Swiss company, was the president Swiss? He was Swiss? And everybody else, all the employees were Japanese?
Most of them are Japanese.
Most of them. But the people at the top were Swiss? And you didn't like
on the organization, big kind of organization.
And that was in Tokyo?
Was in Tokyo.
Right. And you didn't like it? Why?
Because they were just importing the textile.
There was nothing really, okay, so you didn't see any fashion. Yeah, you had to know the material type. So you stayed there 1 year?
Yes. And then, I was interested in cooking, cuisine. Then when I always also wanted to study cooking, and then especially making dessert.
But what type of cooking? What type of food?
Well, I went to study French.
Oh, you said French food. Okay, so you like French cuisine most. So that's why also French make everything they make is good. So it doesn't matter. The main course or dessert, it's all good. They're known for that. Their breads are good, everything.
So I went to the Cordon Bleu.
In Daikanyama?
Yeah, in Daikanyama.
I'm gonna go there. I want to go there to learn. But I'm thinking maybe, how long was the course?
You can choose by at that time 6 months each. For one course, I think.
How long did you go?
I did only 1 year.
Okay, so you did 6 months, 6 months.
Yes.
Was it good? Did you
Well,
enjoy it?
yeah, yes, very interesting.
What is it like? Do you go every day, or do you go like so many times a week?
I think so. Not every day, like 2-3 days a week.
And you're really doing the cooking, so it's not go home and study.
No.
It's you must cook. And do you have to eat yourself too? That part I don't know if I want to eat my own food.
Yes.
What were some of your favorite parts? Had you ever cooked before?
Yes. I used to like cooking.
Did you cook for your family at home? Starting what age?
Quite young.
So you always remember cooking. Who taught you?
My mother, and also I like making sweets or dessert. So I went to some like a cuisine and also the baking classes.
So what are some of your favorite desserts?
I always like chocolate cake.
So you still do that now?
Not now.
Okay. A friend of mine told me this real simple recipe that Kuryanegi. Tetsuko-san?
Kuroyanagi.
Kuryanegi, yes.
Tetsuko-san.
She does a podcast of her own, and she has it on YouTube. And she has a crew with her, and she loves desserts. And she made this real simple dessert where she got wafers, and she soaked the wafers, put them in something, got cocoa and real stiff cream, yogurt, and mixed the cocoa with that, put it on top, put it in lazoko after she put the cookies in there, and you cut it. It's real simple, only 3 ingredients, but so
good.
She said she always makes that because it's so simple, but it's so good. It's chocolate cake, and the wafers get hard when you freeze it, when you put it in the refrigerator. So the texture's so good.
I see.
And the hard cream gets harder, and you have now all the chocolate in it, and it's just really good. You mix it up. So my assistant, she made it for me, and it was really tasty. I was really surprised. Really simple.
Wow.
It's the type where you want to keep on eating, but you know you shouldn't. It tastes so good, you want to eat some more.
Always.
But I stopped.
You stop.
I stopped. I take one to take the taste, and I gamma, and I don't do it anymore.
Very.
So you learn how to cook now. You love fashion, and you have a law degree.
Yes.
You work for this Swiss company.
First.
1 year. Then what happened after that?
Then after that, I was asked to work for another fashion, now the distribution company of the luxury fashion brands. At that time, they were also importing. Then, yes, I started my career, and then they asked me to do the PR. And then that was the first career. Then I established all the way.
How long were you at that company?
I think quite long, like more than 10 years.
10 years. Was that the company you told me where you had your friends? Everybody was your friend? And the president? And you had your own division?
And then, yes, other,
And then
colleagues.
Other colleagues. And then was it COVID that made the company?
No, that was the one next.
The one next. But what stopped this company? Did the company stop, or you just left?
We all left.
Because the economic crisis, when Lehman shock.
That's the one we had to finish because the
No more
foreign
investors.
investment stopped.
That was after the one you went for 10 years. After. So the one that you were with at 10 years, you liked that? What did you do there? What did you do?
I established all the PR work from scratch. Nobody were there, so I established from zero, and then built a PR team there. And then also at the time, I was traveling a lot during fashion weeks, and also I also wanted to see and then looking for new brands. Then so company asked me also to do like a R&D, research and development. So then always traveling wherever I want. So that was quite amusing job.
Where'd you mostly go when you traveled?
Europe.
Europe was where you loved to go.
And the US always.
And the US.
Also.
So let's take me through a product. Let's say you found a really nice designer in Europe and they made all the fashions you liked. You would bring that design to Japan. Would you get the license? You try to get the license for that design?
Yeah, distribution. Yeah,
get distribution license. And then you would try to make sure the Japanese became aware of it because they didn't know anything about this particular designer. So your job was to make sure people understood the history of this designer.
And then, yes, distribute the news and then the topics.
So how did you do that? What did you do? What was some of the things? The first time you did it, you didn't know what to do. How did you do it? Did you copy someone?
We had some samples. So we started, that time always the magazine, fashion magazine was the mainstream. So we asked for the editor and to come over to the showroom to see the collection, and if they like and some brands and pieces maybe they can use for their shoot, then let them have it. So that's the simple things to start. And then I have to go to the fashion week and then to take care of all the Japanese press to let them see the fashion shows, some like each designers where we were working with. Then yeah, that's kind of a thing.
Would you use Japanese models or foreign models at that time?
During the fashion week in Europe, in Paris and Milan, they use, the designer decided to use usually now more
Asian models.
Asian.
Yes.
Yes, a lot diversity.
It's really diversity. Before then, it was mostly just European. You're right. Right.
Some Russian.
Right. Russians, isn't that kind of recent?
Not too recent, but the first foreign people, the Europeans started to hire was Russian, or Russian after, of course, US, Canada, then Russia.
Okay. So you did that, then that company, you said that company went under, you left that, then you started with the financial crisis. That company, when that company went under, you took the portion that was just PR?
Yes.
You and about 4 people or 3 people?
Yeah, very small. Yeah, 3 people.
And then you made your own company? What did you call your company?
AKA Tokyo.
Is that your company now? So how long have you had that company?
Since 2010.
2010.
So yeah, this is the 14th year.
How many products have you brought through, would you say? How many products have you promoted? 4
or 5 brands.
4 or 5 brands you brought over successfully and made them grow in Japan.
Yes.
And you're still doing that now?
Still doing the same things, but the different, always the brands, the designer changing.
Are different.
Moving, yes.
What happens after you develop a brand? Let's say you bring a brand over and you make it successful. Are you finished with them?
Yes, sometimes like that. And sometimes still working, continuing. But it depending on also the sales situation here. If the brands grow, the company establishment and with the other investment, and then so sometimes it's not brand owner sold company, so then the organization is always not permanent, always like moved into the next step or
Right.
something.
But sometimes they sell, if they sell it to someone Japanese, then they establish their own here.
Rarely to Japan.
Rarely, that rarely happens. So they'll keep their brand, but it's always moving because
Always
it's not
moving.
permanent. How long does it last? Do you have any like time frame on how long those companies will last?
Companies, I mean the contract
Oh, the contract.
between us.
Okay. How long is that usually? Just 1 year?
1 year, and then like a long time relationship. Otherwise, 1 year and then that's it. Or
Okay.
only for the project base.
I see.
So it depending on the situation.
Do you have many that have stayed? What are most of yours now? Are yours mostly 1 year, then they stop, or are yours continual? They renew it after every year?
Yeah, both.
Both. About 50-50, you think?
And then now, there are a lot of events, so the project base
A lot.
also.
Is that what provides the most business for you? Project base or the contracts?
Yeah, contract.
That provides the most business. Because project base, how long would that take? Is that a month? Or is
1
that
year time for the contract.
for
Is
project base?
No, project base is usually 3 months or 6 months.
I see. So you prefer to have 1 year or renewable. So what are you doing and what does the future hold?
So now, not only fashion we do, we also do some lifestyle brands, such as which includes like wines and like restaurants, hotels. That's kind of lifestyle category we call now.
That your company's promoting?
Yes.
Okay.
So fashion, half of fashion and half like a more lifestyle.
Right. Is it still European or is it more Japanese now?
European, American, yes.
Okay, so you really focus outside of Japan more than
Outside.
inside. You want to bring new things into Japan.
But I might be, now the Japanese value is quite high. So it's, a lot of people are doing the other way around to exporting and then, so that's also interesting things.
Do you have any
But-
things in the work now that you're focusing on?
Not yet, but I'm also looking at some Japanese brand which can be successful in Europe or overseas. Also in sometimes in China and Asia.
Have you done any business in China?
Yes.
You have?
Cashmere business based in China.
You mean to bring here or to send there?
In China there are big production.
Of cashmere.
Cashmere.
So it's best to import, yes.
Import, and then also even the European older companies uses the raw materials from China, especially cashmere from Mongolia. So
The
then-
quality is some of the highest.
Yes, yeah, of course, depending on the area. And
Right,
then-
right. You also told me something that was interesting. You're getting involved not only in alcohol, but non-alcoholic drinks.
Non-alcohol is a trend. I
That
believe.
it looks like it's alcohol, but it isn't. Right. You told me that was something that I thought was really exciting. So you're getting involved with that too. And it
Yes.
looks like it's champagne. It looks like it's champagne, but it's non-alcoholic.
No. So the process is the same as champagne because the champagne producer started a new business. So then follow the same process as making champagne, then de-alcohol
Have you?
to 0%. Yes, I tried. It was
And what'd you think?
Very good.
It tastes very good. Was kind of sweet like champagne?
No, not sweet.
Not sweet at all. Just nice carbonated.
And organic
Yes.
and quite dry.
When you were learning to cook and stuff, did you also get your sommelier? That you didn't do that? Were you interested?
Basically cannot drink so much.
Okay.
So I like a mood, like a drinking,
Right.
and enjoy as a mood.
Right.
That's also important.
Right. But you don't want the feeling, right? That's the way I feel now too. I like the mood. I don't want to destroy someone's mood. I want to make sure their mood stays nice because I don't need to have the alcohol. I'm happy without it.
Yeah, you are very in the
I
trend.
think so. I think now, but I mean, I've drank before, but I've never been a big drinker anyway. It's never been necessary for me. Yeah.
But it's just a little.
Just a little. But I don't even, and now I feel a little, why even put a little in me? If it's not good, it's not good for, well, I'm not going to make it bad for other people, but it's not good for me. Japan has been very, very good to you, of course, in your business. You've been able to go to Europe and all the other areas and be able to bring the businesses here, and you've been very successful in bringing some very high brands. I know, but we can't mention the names, of some very high brands you've brought here that people wear and see every day. Some of the biggest ones.
I didn't bring.
You didn't bring, but you promoted it.
Promo.
No, because one of the brands, we can't say the name, they've tried several times, weren't successful until your company came in and made them successful through the promotions. Am I correct?
In a way, yes.
In a
but
way.
as an image, yes,
As an
for
image.
the image. Yes.
An image, right. And that's sometimes what it takes. And also pricing can be a small part of it, but if the image is right, you can sell it. People will come and get it. They don't care so much about the price because they want the image. That's what they're buying. Yes. Well, that's good. So you see yourself doing this indefinitely? You like the work you do?
For now, yes. But I wanted to always look for new things.
Such as? What are some of the things you're looking for now to do?
New categories or new things out of the box idea always.
You have fashion, you have alcohol, you have non-alcohol.
But
what else? What other areas are you thinking about?
maybe the categories should be
Different.
already like not new categories, but
the categories are okay, but new products in those categories. So you're not interested in real estate, because I'm getting involved in real estate, and I may need your advice on design to get the promotion out there for real estate. Yeah,
real estate is very connected.
everything's connected. To
Yes.
be honest,
And then the fashion brands grow, and then open the store, and then also always the headquarter ask the partner, local partner, to open the store. So always we are involved, looking for the venue and the location. Yes.
oh, that's very important, because you want to be in a place where people are going to purchase the product. Just having a place isn't important. It's where. For example, like I think for a long time, I think the biggest area, when I first came to Japan, you could only find the best fashions in Ginza when I first came. And then Shinjuku a little bit. Then it became Harajuku. Right now it's Harajuku, all along that section. And I think, where else? There's another area they're trying to build up.
Omotesando was
Omotesando is always popular, yes. But they're trying to build another area. I'm trying to think of where it is. Of course, Isetan in Shinjuku, nobody can beat that. That is one of the best. You did a real good display there one time.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's quite impressive.
Which display was
miracle.
that? Can you talk about the display? No?
Wow.
Because that's past, right? But you
Yes,
can't.
2014.
Can you mention the display?
Yeah, it's
Okay, which one was it? What display was it?
that was the Italian top quality sparkling association. I was involved just before the expo in Italy, 2015, for the food. Then that one was appointed as the official partner of the fall expo. So then I always, through my old fashion career, first things I should do is to go for Isetan. So I told the news to the Isetan, and then they were really excited about. Then it's a sparkling wine, but related to the older Italian fashion top brand. So then that was quite interesting approach at the time for Isetan as well. So then they planned and organized all the window display.
The whole building.
Yes.
That's
whole
two
building.
sides.
Yeah.
Two total sides of
and also the
Isetan.
inside.
And interior too. Yes. You'd have to come to Japan and Shinjuku to see Isetan because this is one of the best, if not the best store in all of Japan. The way they've trained their staff, it is phenomenal. It's just beautiful. And what Akiko-san did was she had the displays all the way around. I got to see some pictures of it in one of your pamphlets. It was so
during
beautiful.
the Italian Fair.
Yes, in 2015.
Yes, 14.
2014.
15. Yeah,
Okay.
15 was the
It was when they had the
food expo.
Okay. Do you have any other big projects like that in the works?
Big designer together with a Japanese big company, the collaboration.
You have something happening?
Yes.
That's good.
That was very interesting and challenging.
Do you find your work to be stressful sometimes?
Oh yes, always.
What? What's the stress? Where do you feel you get your stress from? The manufacturers or?
I'm not involved in any manufacturing.
Of course, I mean, but I mean, not the manufacturer. Well, the owners of the companies. Is that where you get your stress?
Yes, but it's a very small company, but I have still staffs, and then also I have to decide by my own in every steps in each project or
You mean
whatever.
so the final decision is yours?
Yes.
You don't have nobody's.
Not so much. So,
Wait.
but I of course I ask for the advice always.
But still, in your company, the final decision is yours. Nobody can come and say, they have to say, shacho. No.
But I think everybody does that.
I think in a way. Well, sometimes it's collaboration. Some people have partners and they talk to them and they try to make it a group or a couple decision. Sometimes that happens. Let me ask you this, Akiko. Before I finish the podcast, there's always a question I like to ask at the end. If you could go back in time with all the knowledge you have now and give advice to the younger Akiko, how old would that Akiko be and what advice would you give her?
Yeah, 19 to 20, around that period. I should have studied more. The studying law here in Japanese system, nothing.
So what would you study? If you could tell yourself what to study, what would you study?
Well, economics.
You would have told yourself to study more economics?
But the law was quite interesting for me. So law, but in a more higher level, or I should have studied more.
Thank you so much, Akiko.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I want to thank all of you for watching or listening to this podcast. And never forget, it's all on loan, so continue to reach for the stars.
Because you are too blessed to be stressed.